Hello, my name is Ben Root, and I'm with the Lean Learning Academy. And this is our Lean Learning Academy online newsletter. For those of you who love lean manufacturing as much as I do, I think you'll enjoy this email series. At least I hope you do. Lean is based on the concept of making improvements, making today a little better than yesterday, and tomorrow a little better than today. But lean is not only a concept, lean provides a set of tools that help us make the improvements. This includes the human side of operating a business, as well as the physical side of making the product. It involves the purchasing of parts through the assembly of parts to the delivery to the customer. This applies to manufacture of automobiles and to a fast food restaurant. Doing lean in a dentist office is not quite the same as it is in the human resource department or in a food processing plant. Each of these types of business has their own needs and their own lean expectations, and each will use a slightly different approach to lean implementation. This short newsletter is not going to teach you how to create a lean business. And to me, that's one of the frustrating parts of lean. I wish there was a magic wand or a book that you could pick up and read and be lean tomorrow. But sorry, that is probably not going to happen. This newsletter, however, might offer some insights into what others have done or are doing with lean. If you do get an aha moment, or if a spark is ignited to help you learn and understand something that you didn't know about lean, then this newsletter has done its job. In my last newsletter, and you can see this in the description box under a new approach to learning lean, I repeated a story that I'd read from Dr. Shingo about a time when he asked a question to the advanced management class, and how many of you know how to manage a business? And right away, all of the hands shot up because most of these people already knew how to run a business or manage a business. But then next he asked for a show of hands for how many know how to improve a business. And little by little, the hands came down. Almost all of the students raised their hands because most of them had already managed a business, but very few knew how to improve. It might be interesting for you to think about your own business, and what would the answer be if you asked how many of your employees know how to improve their work? We're not trying to lay a guilt trip on you as we ask that question or to put you in a defensive mode. We're simply saying that we have found a great method for teaching others about lean, and we would like to share what that method is with you. We know that a good starting place for learning to make improvements is for your employees to learn to study a process. For those of you who are not familiar with the meaning of a process, one example could be the process of an entire production. To study the product from the time that it is being made to the end. The study could also include looking at the method of ordering and receiving parts, and then putting the parts on the assembly process until the final product is ready to ship to the customer. The point is that we help students identify a process and improve the process through the elimination of waste. We work side by side online with the students during weekly coaching sessions. For example, we help your team by having them look at a process or two, but next we teach them to make simple drawings like the one above and post it where other employees can see it so that we can get their involvement also. Don't worry about it being right at this time or try to improve it. That'll come next. The discussions you have with each employee who sees the drawing will be a great first step help your team learn Lean. Imagine a Lean training group coming directly to your facility online and designing a completely tailored Lean training program, a plan that doesn't just teach concepts, but puts concepts into action. That is what we had in mind when we created the Lean Roadmap. As I mentioned above, our Lean coaches conduct weekly online coaching sessions as they guide students through the process of making improvements in their work. So first we see if we're a fit. We offer the services that you need. We have a short interest form in the description box below. And if you would, just complete that Lean interest box. We'll read it over, and we'll get back to you within about 5 days after reading it. And then there's also other things included on that last page. One is the journey to the roadmap, and you can click that and you can get information about the roadmap. So thank you so much for watching and viewing, and we look forward to our next online newsletter. Goodbye.